Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Taufik Iskandar and my metric number is S66974. Today I will explain how to solve individual assignment question for accounting course. So this is the information that are given. So the company used the basis of direct labor hours to apply factory overhead. Okay, so we go to the question A. We need to compute the plan-wide predetermined overhead rate for April 2023. So as you know, the formula to find POR is estimate factory overhead cost divided by estimate activity base. So the company used direct labor hours. So we need to find the value of estimation of direct labor hours, which is 16,000, and the estimation of factory overhead cost is 256,000. So we divided these two values and we get 16 ringgit per direct labor hour. Or we can use this formula bar to get the answer. So we go to the next question. Next question, we need to compute the overhead applied for job Y12, D20, and E33. So to find overhead applied, we use the formula POR times actual direct labor hours. So this question, they are not given the actual direct labor hours, so we need to find. To find the actual direct labor hours, we divided direct labor cost for each job with direct labor cost per hour, which is 20 ringgit. So job Y12, 12,220 divided by 20, we get 611. So 611 we times with 16, we get 9,776, or we can use this formula bar. Okay, we use this formula bar to get the answer. For job D20, 8,060 ringgit divided by 20, we get 403 direct labor hours. So 403 we times with 16, we get 6,448, or we can use this formula bar. For job E33, 3,640 we divided by 20, we get 182 direct labor hours. So 182 we times with 16, we get 2912, or we can use this formula bar to get the answer. So we go to the next question, where the next question we need to compute the factory's actual overhead cost for the month. We go to the first item, which is indirect materials, where the value is 6,000. Where we get the value, we see the transaction number 1, use 180,000 of materials for production, 6,000 of which was for indirect materials. So 6,000 was for indirect materials. And then the second item is indirect labor, which is 5,000. So this is the value. And then the third item is depreciation, which is 4,000. Depreciation, we see the manufacturing asset, 4,000. For utility, 3,600. Okay. In-queue factory utility cost 3,600. And the last item is other factory overhead cost, which is 3,200. We see in-queue other factory overhead cost 3,200. So we total and we get 21,800. So, or we can use this formula bar to get the answer. So we go to the question D. Question D, we need to compute the under or over apply manufacturing overhead for the month. So to find under or over apply overhead, we need to minus the actual overhead with the applied overhead. Actual overhead, the value is 21,800, and for apply overhead, the total is 19,136. So 21,800 we minus with 19,136, we get 2,664 for under apply overhead. So for question E, we need to compute the cost of goods manufactured for the month ended 30 April 2023. So we need to prepare the statement of cost of goods manufactured for the month ended 30 April 2023. We start with the beginning work in process where the value is 21,000. So this is the value. Alright. Then for direct materials, 180,000 minus 6,000, we get 174,000. For direct labor, 20 ringgit times 1,196 hours, we get 23,920. For factory overhead, 21,800. So we total these three items, we get 219,720. This is total manufacturing cost incurred in 2023. To find total manufacturing cost, beginning work in process plus the total manufacturing cost incurred in 2023, and we get the total manufacturing cost is 240,720, and then we minus with work in process ending 149060. So this is the value of ending work in process, and we get the cost of goods manufactured is 91,660. And the last question, we need to prepare income statement for RMC, the month ended 30 April 2023, if the under or over apply overhead is adjusted to cost of goods sold. So we start with the sales where the value is 120,000. So sales for the month is 120,000. And then for cost of goods sold, we start with beginning finished goods inventory where the value is 108,000. So this is the beginning finished good 108,000, and then we plus with cost of goods manufactured 91,660. We get cost of finished goods available for sale 199,660, and then we minus with ending finished goods inventory 62,000. So we get the value from this ending finished goods is 62,000, and we plus with under apply overhead 2,674. We get cost of goods sold is 140,324. Then we minus cost of goods sold with sales, then we get gross loss of 20,324. And then we go to the expense where we have selling and administrative salaries for 12,000. So this is selling and administrative salaries for 12,000. And then we have depreciation, selling and administrative asset 3,000. this selling and administrative asset 3,000, and then we have paid advertising expenses 7,000. So this paid advertising expense for 7,000, we total these two items and get 22,000. So gross loss minus with the total of expense, we get net loss of 42,324. So that's all from me. I hope you understand what I explained. So that's all from me, and thank you.